Welcome back to another episode of Wrestling Around, where today we are covering the recent WWE pay-per-view Money in the Bank 2022. But first of all, I'm joined by my illustrious co-host, Aaron Franklin. How are we doing?
Yeah, not bad. Not
Excellent.
bad.
I can't remember if you have an intro in this one, but we're going with you don't.
Yeah, I always do. Always. But we'll skip over that.
Again, we're Rossless today. He has all this memorized.
The viewers are not happy, and they'll be making formal complaints to
That's fine.
after requesting that Terry Peters is sacked. But
That's fine.
We'll cross that bridge when we get to it.
And Lou, how are we doing?
Not good, Terry. Not good.
What's up?
Well, last week we were talking about like weight loss and stuff like that, and you're trying to get healthier and trying to do better.
I can give you a Terry Pork update after this.
Well, I had a life insurance quote done today, and it asks for your height, asks for your weight, which I found very personal. Hey man, I'm saying this to a bloke. I'm not just doing it online. So he does that. He goes, okay, tall bloke. So I'm sat down on video. It's fine. Put my weight in. He's like, oh yeah, all right. And then put that in. He asks a follow-up question.
Oh no,
disgusted.
Go on then.
It just goes. Basically, he just clicks through it. It just loads for a bit, circle, and it comes up. Oh, it's got another question for you. And basically, it's going. Hold up. What's your trouser size? What the hell are you asked that for in a life insurance quote? That's for a goddamn waistline. I mean, luckily, I got full cover, so hopefully that means I'm not morbidly obese. But man, what an experience. Obviously, my BMI is tipped over into overweight. But as I always say, The Rock is technically obese if you go on BMI. So
BMI is bullshit anyway.
That's what I'm dealing with, yeah. But anyway, bullshit. That was it. That was the shots of the system. So I'm back in the gym. Although tomorrow, because tonight I'm having a beer.
Oh God, on a Monday night. Bloody hell.
I've got myself a beer as well.
I've got myself some
wrestling beer.
Is that the Stone Cold one? How is it?
It's beautiful, although it cost me 50 quid for 12 cans.
Oh God.
That's all right for craft beer, isn't it? I think.
Yeah, £4.50 a can.
Yeah.
That's delivered as well.
Yeah. That's what you pay for that, I think.
Special time beer.
I've got Yorkshire's finest as always. H2O straight from
Tetley's.
some cesspit from somewhere.
Tetley's bitter.
Yep, Tetley's bitter. Do you remember Tetley's bitter? Like when you used to see them, the Tetley, not the Tetley tea man, the Tetley pint man outside of every pub.
Yeah, I always used to think it was Winston Churchill. It's not. But
yeah, it does like Churchill. It's a good shout.
Yeah, or the fella from Dad's Army, Arthur.
Never seen Dad's Army.
What?
Never seen it.
I'm not talking about Shitted You on the film in Bread. I'm talking about the original.
Yeah, I've never seen it.
What do you watch at Christmas?
You would have watched Jingle All the Way.
It's like 4 p.m. in between darts matches. Now on telly. Dad's Army.
Depends what house I'm at as to what I'm doing at 4 o'clock. So if I go to my parents' house, we're usually eating fucking Christmas dinner.
Your parents have got to be watching Dad's Army at some point. No, I'm not talking like at Christmas, like in between. You know those days where you're like, what day is it?
Oh, I don't know. No,
yeah, Dad's Army.
I'll if I ever see them, it's only for Christmas Day.
I'm going to get you the box set.
It's fine. Do it. I'll watch it.
I'll do it. Ross has got the chaperone to watch. Get you fucking Dad's Army.
Has he watched the chaperone yet?
I don't know. Well, no, that's where he is.
He's watching the chaperone.
He's not working.
He's watching the chaperone.
He's watching the chaperone. Yeah.
Probably better than working, to be fair.
Yeah.
And the man that's always silent in the background, apart from when we say hello to him, Bob Roode. How are you doing?
Hello, Terry. Have you been a good boy?
For fuck's sake.
Terry.
Oh, God. Oh, that was terrifying. Yes, Bob's claws I have.
Ooh.
Santa Roode?
This Santa thing is getting a bit old, Terry. I'm Bob Roode.
Oh, God. It gets worse every time. He gets more like Santa.
Ooh.
Sure, Bob, you know what I'm on about.
I don't think he does.
Well, screw you. No, don't screw you, Bob. I quite like you. He's funny.
Thank you, Terry.
Even with your weird Santa gimmick.
Don't know what he's on about.
Human, isn't he?
He's absolutely livid. Yeah.
Terry Pork update. Lost £1. I was disappointed with that.
I mean, was that today or all week?
That was on Sunday morning.
Ah,
I probably had bigger shits than that.
yeah, I was going to say.
Should have had another Peter's poo before
Yeah.
you win yourself.
Yeah. Did you take your shoes off? That's always a classic.
Yeah, I literally stood in my boxes like a little box there.
Yeah.
But yeah.
It's true. You got to get your established wear. Haven't you?
Yeah, it was poor performance this week after £3 last week. So next week.
Still, that's 4 overall, average of 2. That's what you wanted.
Yeah, I'll take that. To be fair, my Fine Fitness pal is set for £1 a week. So
There you go.
So we'll have another porky update next week. But on to less porky things.
I said more porky, some of this.
Yeah, more porky because these matches were big matches.
Yeah.
Money in the Bank 2020 with porky stipulations because they were so big, the outcomes.
Yeah.
Money in the Bank 2022 held on July the 2nd, 2022. It was a WWE cross-brand pay-per-view, from the MGM Grand Garden Arena. And oh boy, was there a bit of an issue about this arena before we get going. So originally, it was meant to be held, was it in the stadium?
The Allegiant Stadium, home of the Las Vegas Raiders.
Right.
Yep.
And it didn't end up there. Was that due to poor ticket sales, do we think?
Was, but I haven't jumped the gun a little bit because it sold
They sold
19,000 like a month out.
And this stadium holds
12,000. But
well, so 7,000 people less disappointed.
yeah, I guess the issue is there. 19,000 people in like a 70,000 seat stadium looks shit. But 12,000 people in a 12,000 seat arena looks great,
good.
doesn't it? So,
Yeah. No, I get it.
yeah.
Definitely wasn't a sellout though.
No, I saw some empty seats, but I didn't know if they were like the ones, like the boxes.
No, but at the start of Money in the Bank, it panned round the crowd, and there was a fat guy taking up 3 seats.
Yeah.
So I could have had 2 less disappointed people there, and just got 3 normal sized people in there. You know what I mean?
I could tell you how much it was, how many tickets it sold.
If you're the fat guy listening, just get yourself to the gym, mate.
There was,
but also eat what you want and do what you want because
it did not sell out.
It didn't sell out, right? Capacity
was 12,088. It sold 12,076. I mean, St Mary's, damn it. There's
so
12 seats
like
available.
A 99 point.
But I mean, that's just this block, isn't it?
8.
I hope he paid for 3 seats. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. Yeah.
If not, that's them 2 seats, isn't it? 100%.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. There you go.
If you are that man, boo who you want to be. If you want to be big, be big. You do you.
Big and beautiful.
Exactly. We're not weightist on this podcast. All shapes and all sizes are accepted here.
Getting shamed this morning.
So we had a double commentary team. We had
whoa, hold the phone. You can tell us in here. What were they eating?
Well, I was going to ask that, but you never usually prepared, so I just skipped it. What were they eating?
I don't know. It's not on the website. But what I can tell you is
he whinges and he still doesn't
right. So for one, right, it's fucking Vegas, isn't it? Why would you eat in the arena? Well, my God, the choices around here are just sublime, right? But I would say, right, you go to Vegas, right? You got to go to a buffet. Normally, don't recommend buffets that much. Did one spend like an entire evening trying to get Terry to get a piece of meat on his dessert plate? It would have been hilarious.
I've never been to Vegas.
No, when I went to Vegas, when I went to that one in Leeds.
Oh,
I was like, what you should do is get a plate of ice cream and go to
Where was that?
Go to the Carvery station.
Where is that? I forgot about that.
A red hot buffet, which is now a bowling alley, sadly.
Why were we in a buffet?
It was in Leeds. We went to Scroobius Pip, but we thought we'd go for a buffet before, and then we eat that much that we felt sick all gig.
Yeah, I do remember that now, actually.
Yeah, but yeah, I thought it'd been hilarious. Right, go and get some ice cream, some cakes, and that. I just rock up to the Carvery station.
We need
to be like, what the fuck?
We need to do more buffets.
We do just for that. It would have been class. Would have won awards.
I've forgotten all about that. Actually, I'd forgotten all about the buffet that we.
But then we went to Southend at like 7 a.m. the next day. That's
what a weekend! What a
weekend, indeed.
What a weekend!
It was class. But yeah, anyway, that's what I would say.
Times. But I do remember us just being stood there all gig and just going, just like seeing.
Yeah,
stuff.
I think did I go for a shit in that one? I've been to a many Scroobius.
I can't remember where that gig was.
It was a stylist on it.
Yeah. Good times.
I'll tell you what though, right? I wasn't prepared, but I'm prepared now. Right. So MGM Grand, right? The arena, you probably get like a burger and chips in that. But my God, right? The restaurants in this casino alone. It's Japanese Morimoto, Chef Masaru Morimoto. Do some Japanese food. Dave Meltzer went there when he went to AEW. Actually, gave it 6 stars, that one. French, Joel Robuchon. Oh, these are all celebrity chefs, apparently. Wolfgang Puck, you heard of him?
Yep.
He's got a restaurant.
He's been on Kitchen Nightmares or no,
Wolfgang Puck Bar and Grill. Tom Colaccio's Craft Steak, Crush. Joel Rubicon, Grand Walk Noodle Bar, International Smoke. Nellie's Southern Kitchen. Is that the Nellie?
What was in plaster, Nelly?
No, the elephant. There's Italian restaurant, MGM Grand Buffet, which is open right now because it's 24 hours. Class. Tap Sports Bar, yeah, Wolfgang Pucks, in-room dining, Bliss, frozen yogurt and desserts, Greek Sneak, Avenue Cafe, yeah, New Orleans Fish House, breakfast, Pieology. That's actually a pizza place. That's crazy Americans.
They call pizza pie, don't they?
Yeah. Starbucks. So Walt Poop can get his coffee, and a Subway and a pizzeria. 2 pizzerias and a food court. Fuck me. Anyway, so that's what they're eating. Anything they bloody wanted within reason. Actually, not even. It's in Vegas, and not even within reason. Just whatever they wanted.
So he's actually prepared this week, so I do apologise for skipping it. I was thinking it, but I didn't know if you'd be ready or not.
Always am. Always prepared.
Well,
no, it's because most time we do WCW and the arena's shut down like 20 years ago, didn't we?
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
But I think that was the first WWE pay-per-view in this arena, actually. It was a stalwart for...
They don't do many in Vegas, do they? They
do, but when they do, they use the T-Mobile one where UFC was, which is also probably why they had to move venues.
That would make sense.
Yeah, UFC were at T-Mobile.
That makes a bit more sense. So we had 2 commentary teams. We had the SmackDown commentary of Michael Cole and Pat McAfee, and the Raw commentary team of Jimmy Smith. Not what did I call him? Jimmy Phillips.
Jimmy Phillips. Yeah.
Corey Graves and Byron Saxton. But we start up with the women's Money in the Bank ladder match. So we have Liv Morgan, Alexa Bliss, Asuka, Becky Lynch, Lacey Evans, Raquel Rodriguez, and Shotzi. Yeah, we'll get into that. We'll get into it. I feel quite sorry for her, to be fair.
Ash wants to give her a massive hug.
Yeah, it was a bad day at the office.
You only have a shit day at work.
Yeah.
You're doing it on live TV in front of the cam.
I was going to say, he was in the front row, wasn't he, as well? He was in the bloody front row.
Yeah.
She wasn't the only one to box, though, in this match.
No.
I would say.
No.
I just feel as though, unfortunately, hers are more noticeable. So, we'll go through the botches to start with. So she tried to run up the ladder and fell through it, didn't she?
Yeah.
That's the first one. Then she tried to pick up Alexa. Well, she picked up Alexa Bliss, and I assumed she tried to hit her off the ladder, forgetting it would fall over, and then sort of dumped her on the ladder. It was an awkward one.
He just kind of fell backwards, didn't he?
Yeah. The ladder. I think the ladder maybe fell the wrong way because it sort of fell. Instead of falling sort of towards the way the camera faces, it fell towards the commentary team. Yeah. And I don't think she really then knew where to put Alexa Bliss her. And then she over-egged is it a moonsault? It was not a moonsault. It was like a front flip, wasn't it?
Yeah, like a senton. Yeah.
And smacked her head on the ring ropes and cut it open.
God. Yeah. On the ladder on it. It was just that was the only
on the ladder. Yeah, it was on the back of the ladder. Other botch in this match, we had Becky over cooking hairs on Asuka, and sort of she like half hit the edge of the ladder, didn't she? And that looked painful, to be fair, for both.
It looked like Asuka just could not get out of it. To be honest, there was no the way even where she landed on the upper half.
She landed on the chest. She lasted on the chesticles.
Yeah, smashed the tip.
Yeah, smashed the tip. And Becky probably smashed her ass as well, didn't she? Really?
Thank God it wasn't Charlotte Flair, or they probably would have burst.
Well, Becky might have bounced up into the arena roof. To be fair, if it was Charlotte Flair. And then I don't know if either of you picked up on this, but there was almost a wardrobe malfunction from Raquel Rodriguez as well. She it was with Becky just before that. I think someone like grabbed onto a top and it wasn't strapped at the top, was it? It was like open and everything. And
yeah, there was no back on it at all. Was
no,
there?
there was. They grabbed onto the side, and we almost had Raquel boob fall out, so that had to be put back in as well. Apart from, I mean, there were unfortunate things to happen, but I would still say this was a really good match.
This was a very, very good opener. This.
Yeah, I don't feel Lacey Evans did much.
No,
The crowd fucking hated her.
Yeah, they didn't like her at all.
She's meant to be a face, isn't she?
I think
I've
the
not really been
so.
watching Raw, but there's been a lot of like, how do we say it? Like X Factor style vignettes.
I think she's meant to be, where I know what you mean. Where you get the background story, why she deserves to be here.
Yeah.
And she's also still tapping into her previous life in military.
Yeah, exactly. 4th of July weekend.
It was weird to see
Military
her get booed.
Single mum. Everyone. I
She's not
think what it
she's not
was.
a single mum.
She's a mum on the road, isn't she? I don't know if she's
Yeah,
single.
but they both go on the road with.
No, they both go on the road.
Yeah, they both go on the road with both kids.
Congratulations, what a husband. But yeah.
But yeah, so weird that she got booed. Alexa Bliss again, when she got shoved into the ladders, didn't do much after. Whether that was planned or she was just a bit injured, I don't know.
Yeah, I think most people have one big spot to take them out, don't they? Especially the heavy favourites, as it were. Because it was mad when they actually announced her as the most decorated woman in that match. I was like, oh, bloody hell, she is, yeah.
Yeah.
She's won more titles than Becky Lynch.
And she's won it as well, hasn't she? She's won Money in the Bank.
Yeah.
I don't know if Becky Lynch has won Money in the Bank.
No, she just lost to Alexa, didn't they?
And Asuka's won it, hasn't she? She won it the
Yes.
year when
It was on the
Rey
roof.
Mysterio died
2020.
by being jumped off Titan Tower's roof.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like this match. I thought it was a good, strong opener. 16 and a half minutes. I felt as though that was about the right amount of time as well. I don't feel as though it's too long, too short. I feel as though everyone got the stick in. Liv Morgan, massively over, got the win, which I think which pleased a lot of people. I was happy to see a win. Aaron, sounds like you were as well. Is that right?
I popped. I popped. I think it's about time.
Yeah, I think it's something that's been brewing for months and months and months, if not maybe a year or so.
Yeah.
And it didn't look like they were ever going to pull the trigger, and they have done to give her that title opportunity. So that's good to see.
So glad they have. I think.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I always like it when it's someone new who's never won a title before. I think I've said it before a million times in the show, but I think Money in the Bank should be exclusive to people who've never won a world title. Because it just makes it more interesting. Which we'll get to the men's. It's more.
We'll get to the men's because there are some notable.
Becky or Asuka like winning it would have been a bit boring because it's like okay, they'll win it again.
Agreed.
Kind of thing.
To me, I wouldn't have minded Liv or Raquel winning it. To be honest,
I think they were my two going into it.
I think Raquel could have done one of them things where she becomes because obviously she's built up to be like. She's really tall, isn't she? In her entrance, she does all the back muscles and a bit of a monster with it. So just come down and attack people, not really know over both shows as well, potentially.
Yeah, but they've made her into a weird, smiley baby face.
Yeah, I was literally just about to say this.
She looks
Make
really
her a heel.
awkward. She looks really awkward when she smiles.
Yeah, because the weird thing is, someone said to her, like, you need to smile while you're out there. And she smiles all the fucking time.
She does,
so, like, even when you just, like,
when
they're waiting in a ring, and they're all just kind of, she looks like goddamn Paul London outside Vince's living room.
The thing is, again, she's really good as a heel. They've turned the face. Just leave her as a heel.
Yeah, and I think she can be a face, but why can't she just be like a badass face? Why does she have to be like smiley and that? I know Ronda Rousey got a lot of stick for being a bit whingy when she moaned you when she was a face. Like apparently Vince kept saying, smile, damn it. But I don't know, like it suits Ronda Rousey more because she just happened to be there, like sort of while she was meant to be when she first started, like wrestling fan. I think Raquel Rodriguez, it just doesn't work. Like
no, it don't. I think
why can't you just have like a strong, powerful woman who's just like a badass? Why can't she be like, like a female Lashley type? Yeah. You know what I mean? Like you can go around smiling as they happen to be there.
Yeah, but I would have been happy to see either of those two get the briefcase, but Liv Morgan wins it, so we're off to a good start. The main question is, what is the Franklin star rate?
3.5.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. Lou, any thoughts on that?
Yeah, it was a bit sloppy, wasn't it? It was well booked, but a bit sloppy. Yeah, 3.5, something like that.
I'll just go into this as well. So there's a tweet come out a couple of hours ago from Shotzi Blackheart, and it was on, the note thing where usually footballers do it, saying, "We've had a bad day, we'll try harder next week. Thank you for your support." So, and it goes, it reads like this. There are 3 things I care about at the end of a match. Is everyone safe? Did everyone have fun? Did the crowd react? Nobody got hurt. We all had a blast, and the Vegas crowd was hot, hot, hot. I felt on top of the world after that match and was so excited to finally have my first hardcore match in over a year. Interesting to use the term hardcore there, because that's banned, isn't it? I wouldn't have done anything I didn't practice or thought I couldn't do safely, but I'm not a WrestleBot. I'm a human and slips happen. I'm especially in a chaotic, unpredictable ladder match. I can take a joke and laugh at myself. One of the first things I saw was, I can't wait to see that that spot on Botchamania. Big shout out to Botchamania. But comments like "you should be fired" and other terrible things admittedly hit hard. I had to have a few friends wipe tears off my face and slap some sense into me to remind me who the fuck I am, or the F I am, it says. That being said, all my haters can suck my big giant hairy mangoes. So, I mean, anyone saying that she's unsafe or deserves to be fired, I think give you a little heads a wobble, because
she just had a bad night, didn't she?
We've all had bad days at the office. We all make mistakes. No one's injured. No one got hurt. The match.
Well, she did, but
yeah. The thing is,
but the thing is, like, it's a ladder match. Like, what are you expecting? Like,
exactly.
everyone comes out.
Anyone can do it, but the most anonymous thing can do it. Innocuous thing can do it, because it could have easily happened with Becky and Asuka. Do you know what I mean? When that spot was overcooked, it can happen to anybody. It was just unfortunate that she did it 3 times. But wrestling's wrestling, isn't it? It's going to happen. To me, she's not. She's a safe worker. She's never injured anyone that we know of on WWE.
She's no Sasha Banks.
No, obviously not one of the greatest women's wrestlers on the planet. Possibly the greatest. Can't wait to see. She's going to be in the Wrestling Entertainment Series.
Yeah, do you know what? She probably will.
That's a big round.
But I think anyone saying that Shotzi isn't face and isn't safe and should be fired.
Yeah, and also, why would you tweet that anyway? Just someone
just don't spread the hate.
This is just
not needed.
This is just typical wrestling fans who are probably all virgins, sit home in their mum's basement, who have never even seen an exercise bike. Oh yeah, why don't you go and try and do that in the ring? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I agree.
But again, it will be people that will just sit there behind a computer screen and just
100%.
I think all you can. Why would you feel anger? Like, you just feel she had a bad night, and that's what what we said at the beginning. Wasn't it? Like, you just wanted to give her a big hug, really.
Yeah, of course you do.
Come on,
of course you do. And like you say, it's wrestling. We've seen botch. We've watched wrestling enough to see many botches, haven't we? It happens. Don't beat yourself up about it. Everyone's fine. They're probably just as they probably feel even worse for you than what you do for yourself. So,
she'd have been another good pick for Money in the Bank. Actually,
yeah,
it should be quite good.
I think for me, the only reason I didn't say her for me, I'd like to see her get a little bit more build.
I want to be a face again and bring back the tank.
Yeah, imagine. I do miss the tank.
Right, she comes down in the tank, fucking fires the Money in the Bank briefcase in the ring, knocks whoever it is out.
That'd be
probably Charlotte Flair.
Right, Nick.
And then cash her in. Yeah,
yeah, that'd be brilliant.
I don't know how you could do that safely, but yeah, that's what I want.
You need that foam Money in the Bank case, wouldn't you? That they sell on the shop. Yeah, right. Okay, well that's what we want to happen.
Yeah.
After that, we get Bobby Lashley versus Theory.
I'm
going to say this: a surprising match. I didn't expect this to be as good as what it was. I've not really made any notes for this because I actually really enjoyed this match. 11 minutes for the US Championship. Bobby Lashley is the new United States champion, winning by submission. Did anybody see this result coming before this match? Because I certainly didn't.
Well, go ahead, Aaron.
Well, I saw on the match card and I thought instantly, there's no way Austin Theory is walking out US champ. And I have a feeling that they've done this because obviously they want Lashley as a champion, but there's no way he's getting anywhere close to the Undisputed Championship. So they've kind of just said, oh, here we go. This will do for now. Might be able to add a bit. Well, I think Theory's done a very good job with the US title. I think you can, with Lashley having it, add a bit more prestige. What's that?
I like Theory. Again, I think he gets a bit of a bad rap, but for me, he's done well with it. But yeah, I see where you're coming from with adding Lashley a bit of prestige to it. I get that.
You put it in like real world scenario. There's no way someone like Theory's beating Lashley.
No, not at all.
I thought we were just getting a screwy finish though.
Yeah, that's the only reason why I thought that, because obviously he's been sort of muted as Vince's new guy, hasn't he, so to speak? But I was shocked that he dropped this title.
Yeah, I thought he was going to hold on to it and beat Cena somehow. SummerSlam, but a lot of reports came out the weekend, which you completely missed on the news show actually, that Cena probably won't be at SummerSlam now. And that match might not happen until WrestleMania.
That makes sense.
So, yeah, when why not? And then obviously when what they had planned for him kind of makes more sense now, doesn't it? It's always you've always got to lose before you get a big win in WWE. That's how it works these days. But
of course it does. But we'll get to the men's.
Yeah, but that was a really good match, really competitive match. It looked like he was going to win it and pull off the upset. He didn't quite make it.
But I think this for me was probably the surprise match of the evening. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I a good solid opening. What is the Franklin Star rating?
3.5 again.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
But do you know what the best thing about this result is? We've only got to hold on for 4 months, and it's set up for Gunther versus Lashley. Big meaty men slapping meat.
Do you know what? I could see that match happening.
Oh, who would win?
I could see that happening.
It's got to be Gunther on it.
It's got to be. Yeah, it's got to be.
Oh yeah, 100%.
If they do, if
that'd be a massive win for him if he did that. Yeah.
If WWE don't build Gunther now to be the next or one of the next undisputed champions,
I think
they're dropping a massive bollock.
I think there was some reports a couple of weeks ago saying how impressed they really were with him, and how they were really happy with him. So hopefully,
this is lean as fuck. I would like to see him in Money in the Bank, even though he's champion.
I've seen a couple of side by side photos of him.
Oh, it's
like
ridiculous.
Before
the
and after.
It's ridiculous.
Just insane.
Transformation.
I don't get how people are saying he looked better before.
No.
Is that just because he was in NXT and they just don't like the main roster? Like,
probably. Let's be honest, probably. Because he looks scary in both, doesn't he? That's the thing. But I think he looks scarier now.
Yeah,
because he's toned, isn't he? He's toned now.
Yeah, massively. He's shredded. Yeah. He's ripped.
Yeah.
But yeah, again, a solid match, but a surprising winner, but one I think that could have a long championship reign. And I think there's a lot of people you could go against and have good matches with. So
just don't put him against Omos, please.
Yeah. Agreed.
I've seen that match enough for a lifetime.
That could probably fucking happen, actually.
Bring back the open challenge. That's what I want.
Yeah, I'll be up for that.
Cena's open challenge. And Cena.
I'll be up for that.
Cena's the one who answers it. I don't know. That one, why not?
I don't think anything really happened on Raw last.
It's not happened yet. It's Monday.
I don't think it's Tuesday. We'll
these
see
bloody Saturday pay-per-views.
Exactly.
The fuck out,
exactly.
Yeah.
After that, we have probably my least favorite match of the card: Bianca Belair versus Carmella.
Oh no, there was a worse match than this.
No, agreed. This was my second worst, actually. Yeah, agreed. Where we have the Raw Women's Championship, 7 minutes 10 seconds. Bianca Belair retains her title. I thought this match might go on a couple of minutes longer, personally, but it didn't need to. I just thought it would do.
Yeah. The less time we had, the less time we got. Fucking Graves.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Right.
Oh, I'll be shagging her tonight. That's
I agree.
You
two take this one away, because I know you two have got a lot to say. You two take this one away, but I'm in total agreement. I'm fucking sick of him.
Right. I'm just going to start by saying Carmella is fucking shit. How the hell is she being put into a title match?
I think she's all right,
Carmella. She's got the most annoying voice in the history of television.
Yeah.
Is that not her doing a job, though? Because she doesn't actually sound like that in real life, does she?
Does she not?
No, because when she was a princess of Staten Island, she's not from New York at all.
No, she's from Boston, isn't she?
She's from Boston. Yeah, she's not even there. Because a lot of people apparently said it should have been Liv, because that makes more sense. She should have been the princess of Staten Island, but anyway, that's by the by. But she's the only person as well to win the SmackDown Women's Champ twice, I believe.
Actually, I didn't know that.
I don't know about Charlotte, maybe, but I'm sure
she's probably won it more than once. Yeah.
But apparently, or was she maybe the first person told it multiple times?
I don't
Maybe.
I
As
can't remember.
Luke goes yellow. But anyway,
Yeah,
sorry,
yeah.
carry on.
Yeah,
I don't think she's a bad wrestler personally. but
Graves in this match was just unbearable, and he does it
that's
every
the
single
problem.
Carmella match. He is the worst commentator in WWE history. I don't care what anyone says. He's horrendous.
We were talking, weren't we, in the news about commentary teams. I'm sick of Graves now. I didn't mind him at first. I thought he was quite funny, quite a heel, but it's the same thing week in, week out, isn't it?
This is the worst Raw commentary team in years. It's horrendous.
Hang on, we had fucking Dio Madden.
Yeah. And we had Adnan for a bit, and he was terrible as well.
Yeah, well, it's still bad though.
Yeah, I don't know.
Apparently, must be better people in you can put in there.
They see him as like a senior commentator now, don't they? So he kind of almost guides Jimmy Smith through it, even though he's the play-by-play. Apparently, that's why he's there now. As more of like he's basically second most senior to call.
Also, I'm lying. She's only held the women's championship once, so I do apologise.
Is it that she won the Money in the Bank twice?
Maybe.
In the same year?
Maybe.
In the same month?
One won by a man.
Yeah, Ellsworth won it for her,
yeah. Anyway, I do apologise for that misinformation. But yeah, for me, Corey Graves just needs a new gimmick.
I just
a new gimmick.
Actually, I wouldn't say switch brand because I don't want Pound anywhere over the SmackDown, but just I don't know. Yeah, it's always really awkward. Like it used to be awkward when we commented on Dean Ambrose's matches, but at least it wasn't as kind of as obvious, was it? Like, yeah, I don't know. It's just annoying after a while. So we get it.
It's the same thing, isn't it?
Yeah, just take off commentary for that. You've got two commentators. Just make some excuse for not to be there and just put Saxton and Jimmy Smith on. It's fine.
Bad when you want Saxton to be on commentary as well, isn't it?
Or Booty Saxton, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, second worst match of the night for me. Have we done the Franklin star rating?
No.
Go on then.
2 stars.
2 stars, yeah.
Yeah, do you know what? I think he'll probably get that, to be fair. I thought Bianca looked really good again. I think Bianca's brilliant.
And I'll tell you what's class about this match. The tease at the end, the Carmella beatdown, the lingering the camera on Bianca for as long as he did. I was expecting the cash in. I thought it was genius.
It's a good shout.
Apparently, because Sean Ross Sapp got told, because he was there, got told by someone that obviously the cash-in was going to happen. And he tweeted eyeballs emoji before this one, and apparently they said they did that on purpose to basically throw people off the scent. It'd spoil it. Yeah.
That's a good way to do it, to be fair.
Yeah.
Good way. But yeah, 7 minutes, 10 seconds. Bianca Belair wins by pinfall. In fact, I'll put the question I'm about to ask on hold, just in case anyone is listening to this who hasn't seen it yet. And after that, for me, hang on, we've not had what I was thinking. Have we had the credit card advert?
I don't know. Let's just talk about it now.
We'll go for it now. So we have Alexa Bliss going backstage.
Into the locker room.
Yeah, there's a lot of merchandise there, and Lily the doll, and she's basically questioning how has Lily bought all this stuff. And then we have is it Capital One?
Capital One premium
a WWE themed Capital One premium credit card advert.
It was. I mean, the heat that it got. I think because everyone, for some reason, wrestling fans at the moment, are so on edge because they've all convinced themselves Bray Wyatt's coming back any minute now. That because they presented it like a segment, didn't they? It wasn't like an advert. It just went earlier today in the locker room. She walks in, Lily's there, surrounded by some spooky stuff, which turns out to be all merch. And then it was just a bit like, how did you afford this? And she went, oh, I see. With your Capital One Premium WWE credit card available
and
now.
Holds it so you can all see it.
And the fucking crowd. I'm surprised they didn't turn off the mics because the fucking crowd shout all over it. It was... You could hear the audible groans like, oh, for fuck's sake.
They're gonna shit all over it, that.
Yeah, well, I don't know what they expected. It was so hard. Like I said, for some reason, everyone has convinced themselves Bray Wyatt's coming back any minute now.
He's not.
So
he's
why
not.
would you do something like that? Like, I don't think he is.
No, he's.
And they do something later on, don't they? Which
Yeah,
again,
we'll get to that.
there's a potential teaser, but that's obviously not. But
that's what I was checking for.
yeah, so stupid. It was. I mean, it was classic. You know, when we look back at these stupid WCW vignettes / adverts, this is right up there.
Honestly, wrestling's just
Like that.
littered with them, isn't it? Wrestling is littered.
This is on
with
but it wasn't
shit.
even funny. Like, at least
No, it
we had the
wasn't.
average Joe.
Right. I just want to put my 2 pence in here.
Yeah, go on. Sorry.
Can we please? Why is the doll still kicking around? And can we please just go back to the goddess?
Agreed.
Yeah.
Because that is by far her best persona. I bet that's the best gimmick. Just
Is that the one that she was called up to the main roster with?
and the one
happened
after.
happened on the main roster.
Because I remember when she was called up. When was it? 2017-ish?
Yeah, 2016, 2017.
I remember being like, for fuck's sake, why have they called Alexa Bliss up? And that's probably one of my worst ever opinions of wrestling at that time.
Yeah, because she was
Obviously
Blake and Murphy's manager, wasn't she?
And then look what she's turned into.
Well, she's
Yeah.
one of the best.
And-
They're
and-
just not using her.
Agreed. Like you say, for me, bring back the goddess. Drop the spooky Lily shtick now. I think it's old news. I would like to see the goddess back, please.
Apparently, it sells a lot of merch. That's why it's still
That's the problem. That's going to always be the problem. Then if it's selling Lily dolls and stuff, it's always going to be. But yeah, I bet it didn't sell one single credit card.
Well, I've got one.
Are you ordering me Dad's Army?
Yeah, so that's cool.
Thanks, WWE. I'll go for it. What's the star rating on the segment?
-5.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll go with that.
Classic.
We'll go with that. After that, for me, match of the night. The tag match. The Usos against the Street Profits for the tag team titles. 23 minutes this went. Second longest match of the night.
Didn't feel that long. Maybe it's because I was just into it.
No, I didn't think it did either. I thought it was probably half that time. I thought this match was absolutely brilliant.
Banger.
This was
Absolute
brilliant.
banger.
Like I said, for me, match of the night, this one I wouldn't say by a mile. That's probably harsh on the other ones. But
I would say by a mile. I think it's one of the best matches of the goddamn year. Especially the best tag match.
When I say not by a mile, it's because every match apart from one, maybe two on this card is very good. This is a very good pay-per-view overall. Yeah, it is by a mile, but it's it makes the other sound really low, whereas the others are really good as well. This is just the next level, isn't it? This isn't good.
Yeah.
This is unbelievably good. That's what I mean. Like the others aren't poor, because the way I said it made the others sound poor. But 23 minutes, I genuinely didn't know where this was going to go either throughout the match.
I just want to point out though, how good does Montez Ford look?
Montez
Phenomenal
Ford's unreal.
shape.
He's unreal.
Absolute phenomenal shape.
He's unreal. When he jumped over the turnbuckle, the ring post, you're not going to get many people that can do that.
They're building him up for a singles run, Charlie.
But yeah, it's been all over the news the last 2 days.
Yeah. But what I loved about it as well was that Angelo Dawkins, he was kind of like, oh, don't you fucking forget about me. You know, you don't want to be the whole one who, the Mighty Jannetty of the group.
You know what? I don't even
He was
mind
wrestling out
Dawkins
his skin
either.
too, wasn't he? Because everyone
Yeah,
used to shit on him, didn't they, for a while, Dawkins?
I don't mind
He was-
Dawkins.
Yeah.
I think he's come on leaps and bounds, to be honest.
Marty killed a guy, didn't he? So he's never going to
Yeah.
use like Marty.
There you go. Yeah.
Oh, but we hadn't had any Marty weird social media posts for a while, have we?
No, is he in prison? No, prison.
No, I don't know.
Just doing
yeah, I think they're both really good, the Street Profits. And it's coming. One of them's going to turn on the other one. I have a feeling Dawkins might turn on Ford.
Yeah, he's definitely the bigger lad, and he's set out to be the hero.
And he's going to be the one that's jealous of Ford. That's my opinion. That's the stick they'll go with. I'll be very sad when that happens.
Yeah, I don't even think they need to. Just have them split them up in a draft.
Do you know
There's just no draft anymore.
I don't want to see them split up. For me, you just sort of dissolve the team quietly. But knowing WWE, that's the way it has to go. That's the way they do business, isn't it?
And it's fair as it makes sense, like where it's
Of course it does. Of course it does. But I thought the Usos again gave a really good account of themselves. Again, I'm interested to see where they go with the ending.
Yeah, well, I think it's just building up to a SummerSlam rematch, I would assume.
Because it was a back and forward match as well, wasn't it? It was like a lot of close calls. No, I would usually the Usos are sort of the dominant team, aren't they? But I would say the Street Profits were probably more dominant in this match than the Usos for me. Personally, I thought they just felt as though they had the upper hand throughout the match.
Yeah, I think the best thing is before this match, I legitimately didn't care. It feels like a match we've seen. I mean, I don't think we have, but it felt like a match we've seen 1,000 times before. Oh yeah, Street Profits have just got to, there's no one else, so just give them a go. Did not see this coming in the slightest. But you get halfway through and you're like, fuck me, this is great.
I think for me, this is probably going to be up there, one of the best matches you'll see this year.
And how hot was the crowd as well? It was like, it was getting back to like Revival and DIY type levels, wasn't it? Tag match, it was great.
And that makes it, doesn't it, as well? If the crowd are buying into a match, that makes it. But shall we get to the finish as well? Because, I mean, there was a lot of close calls, wasn't there? A lot of uppercuts in the match, except we had Athletic Montez Ford. Dawkins doing his shtick as well. I genuinely, at one point, thought the Usos could lose it.
Yeah.
I genuinely thought.
And that was the best bit about it, because before the match, no one gave him a Carnella's chance. But
yeah. And I
just felt like it could happen.
I think that was summed up really with the ending. So we get the 1, 2, 3, don't we? And the ref doesn't see that Montez Ford's shoulder's actually off the mat by a clear way as well until the replays happen. And Montez Ford then starts kicking off. So to me, that's how they then build for the next match. My worry now is the sequel going to be as good as the original? Because of how good this match was.
Yeah, they can do it again. I don't think you'll get a crowd that hard just because the next one will play a bit SummerSlam.
Do you think they'll do it as a stipulation?
Yeah, I don't know what they could do though. The only thing
Tag team Iron Man match.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, 2 or 3 falls. 2 or 3 falls they might do, but
steel cage.
Yeah, or just a tornado.
Yeah, maybe tornado
Extreme Rules kind of type thing.
Like yeah, or a tables match maybe.
Yeah,
because that way you don't.
I don't think a tables match would be as good though. I just don't think you can do the false finishes, can you?
No, I don't know what they'll do. Like I said, and this is why I worry that the sequel might not be as good as the original. But because of the way the ending was, where Montez Ford's shoulder was so far off the ring mat, the referee didn't see it. It's going to happen again.
Yeah, I think there's a very good chance the sequel could end up in the Street Profits splitting.
Yes. Yeah. Agreed. Yeah. I think we'll probably see it at SummerSlam, to be honest. I think we could see it at SummerSlam.
Yeah. Are the Usos the best tag team in the world?
No.
I think there's an argument for it.
I think there's probably an argument there, but I don't think they are.
Who is it, Aaron, just in your opinion?
Young Bucks. I'm not a fan, but they are.
Yeah.
They're the most over, aren't they? Most decorated in modern day.
Yeah. But yeah, again, I'm not a fan.
I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan, but
I get where you're coming from.
I always said that they would have a banger match with the Usos.
Yeah.
If this WWE card ever happens, but if it does.
Well, they're both at UFC, so you never know.
That's the match you want to see, innit?
Yeah.
Tag match, obviously, not match, but yeah.
But yeah, and I quite like Montez Ford kicking off at the end as well. I thought it was really good, really clever. Although I'm pretty sure he said, "Why did the fucking match stop?"
Yeah, it did. Yeah.
Yeah, brilliant. Right, okay. And again, it added that sense of realism into it.
Yeah. All it was a little swear word, but it was what people would really say when like.
The thing is, it's not something that we come to expect, is it? So you just catches your.
There's a better one like that later on, sure.
Yeah.
But,
yeah. I think I know which one Lou's talking about.
Yeah, but that was really good.
I must have missed that. So you have to, when it comes up, just let me know. Franklin star rating them.
I'm really on the edge with this one because I really want to give it 5 stars, but I just don't think it's quite there. So as a result, it's 4.75 for me.
4.75. Who's melted it?
Do you know what I think?
Don't think it's quite there.
If that was in the Tokyo Dome,
it'd be 6.5. I think Dave will probably give it about 4.5. To be honest, 4. Yeah. I think that's what he'll end up giving.
He's always harsh with WWE, isn't he?
Yeah, and there was loads of people in his comments going, "Give it 5 stars, you coward." So he should just want to do it now. I can't give him 2 in a year. That's insane. Can't do that.
4 nines, Jeremy. That's insane.
Yeah.
And then after that, we have the vignette, which I initially thought was for Bray Wyatt because of the way it was, how do I put it, produced. It felt very Bray Wyatt-y in the cuts, the music. However, when you look at it a little bit deeper, people think it's Edge.
It is Edge. 100% it's Edge.
It's Edge.
Yeah.
What? Right. I don't understand why all the wrestling fans think Bray Wyatt's making a comeback to wrestling. He's not. He's doing a TV show. He's making his own TV show.
I think it's because he keeps hitting that in it, but I don't know if he's just doing that because he likes fucking with people.
Yeah,
I will say there's been absolutely nothing on WWE side to say that he's coming back.
I don't think he'll go back to WWE.
I think he'll come back one day.
One day, but not anytime soon.
I did think this was for him originally, and then, like I say, I was,
well, you can see him this Saturday at the Nottingham Motor Point Arena for the Wrestling Entertainment Series.
Apparently,
yeah, he's facing.
He's probably
fucking
advertised.
Matty Jones.
He's probably advertised and not there, both of them.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Nish had gold medals, which people thought might be Gable Stevenson, which I thought,
Kurt Angle.
Yeah.
No. I mean, this could have been a.
This would be a weird ass
thing.
promo for Gable Stevenson.
Yeah, it won't make any sense. But that's for Angle. They've got. Is there air graffiti to do with his first?
Yeah, there's the graffiti wall.
There's an Eddie Guerrero reference.
Eddie Guerrero normal play. Jeff Andy armbands. Dudley Boy's glasses.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
Because Edge has been off TV for what?
A month.
3 weeks.
It doesn't feel long enough to do this sort of thing. And
unless it's one of them where it was like when Jericho came back when he was the hacker, or the code breaker, sorry, and it was just months and months of that.
That was great though, because that one wasn't as obvious, was it? Like it took people. I mean, I'd convinced myself on a theory I had that it was either the Big Show or Billy Gunn.
I remember that. I remember you mentioning that.
So yeah.
But when he comes back,
class, would awards if it was Billy Gunn.
I would like to see this go on.
Well, don't they need to build up the Judgment Day a bit more before he comes back? Like, what's he going to come back now? Oh, yeah, I'm going to fight you lads because you kicked me out and now you're on main event.
Yeah,
like, they've not even had a match, have they? Other than the one on main event.
We'll get into them because when we get to the main event of this pay-per-view, because there are some omissions, aren't they, from that main event?
Rubbish. I don't know. It's just really annoying. Like, I don't know why you start building Edge's return.
Rhea Ripley's been injured as well, isn't she?
Yeah. Because the thing is, right, Edge was a heel. He was a bit of a dick, right? He hated the fans, said, I don't need you anymore. I've got these spooky dudes now. The spooky dudes kick him out. Spooky dudes then do nothing. They get relegated to main event, so it's not right for them. Edge comes back like a few weeks later. How are we meant to get behind him?
Yeah.
And Edge is one of my favorite wrestlers of all time. He doesn't even look like Edge anymore. Leave him off telly for a year. Let him grow his goddamn hair back out, because I am not having short head rated R superstar. It ain't happening. Tolerated it when he was doing a spooky dude cult leader type thing. But I have to come out doing the whole thing, like looking like that. No, it ain't happening. So wait for a year. Don't even want to see him. Don't even want to see him at Cardiff. Don't want to see him at all for a year. Get some extensions. Like, get a goddamn weave if you need to. You'd better come out looking like Edge if he's come back as a face. Otherwise, I'm booing the fuck out of him, and he's my favorite wrestler of all time. Not having it.
There we go. Aaron, anything to add to that?
No. I think Lou's covered it.
Yeah.
Right then.
Bring back Gangrel. I don't know why. Just bring him back as well. Be all right with it. Oh, there was a Christian reference in there as well, wasn't there? There was a cross.
Oh, that's the next match. So from the Sublime to weird vignette to the worst match on the card.
Yeah.
Ronda Rousey versus Natalya.
Yeah, well, and instantly any match with Natalya is going to be awful.
The build-up for this looks terrible, first of all, because they showed the vignette, like a video package vignette, didn't they? Natalya, just what on earth?
She's the worst. Absolute worst.
They should have built it up. On the Twitter game was exquisite.
Yeah, it was. Yes.
But then on TV, they had none of that. And it was just, you've got kids. And then, like, Ronda was like, yeah, well, you're sad and alone, so we're going to do about that. That was feud.
There was a tweet from Natalya on Friday that said, I'm going to make a tap out with my rack out.
Yeah.
Why is this now a thing?
Rack of ribs.
Yeah.
But
she's been to Guy Fieri's Chop House in Vegas. I don't know if that's a thing. Was that him?
But I thought this match was
But yeah, no, but when she was like, "Oh, you're some sort of conspiracy theorist, right-wing nut job," I thought that was great stuff. They should have had that on telly.
Yeah, the
That'd
thing
be great.
sometimes the Twitter stuff, which tends to be more unrefined, doesn't it? And people just saying what they want is better than what WWE put on. Because like she came out with a pram, didn't she?
Mm-hmm.
And just hit Ronda Rousey with it.
Well, yeah, she was dressed as.
I quite like the swerve where she was dressed as Ronda Rousey. Yeah, get that. That's fine.
That'd be good. But then she should have snitsky'd it. Kicked the baby.
I don't even think there was a baby there. Was there?
Not even a baby there.
How
can you kick the baby if it's not even there?
Kick the pram.
That'd have been great stuff. That'd have won awards again.
Kick the pram. Yeah, for me, worst match on the card. The only thing I've really wrote about this is when Natalya's head goes into the ring post. Sounded pretty gross.
Yeah, it was just heatless, wasn't it?
No one really cared.
Well, Ronda's not really clicked at all as a babyface since she came back.
No, she didn't want to be a heel.
She didn't even want to be a babyface. She said herself she wants to be a heel.
Natalya, a natural heel.
You know Natalya's not going to win. So what's the point? They even said it on commentary, like she's not won for 5 years.
Natalya's not a good heel.
She's not a good person or wrestler.
She's meant to be the heel in this match.
Yeah, just give her a coaching job at NXT. To be fair, that fucking line from Ronda was brutal though, wasn't it? Where she was like, "You may try hard, but you've got no charisma, no talent, completely devoid."
Yeah, I mean, Natalya as a heel is just don't work, does it?
Mm.
She hasn't got the heat.
No, this is why you need.
She can't generate the heat.
This is why you need a women's mid card to have Natalya wrestle these up and comers, give them a half decent match, train them a bit, get them to the main event. You don't need Natalya in a world title. It would be the equivalent of having like
Southampton,
I don't know,
Premier League.
No, it was some like random mid carder who was like a bloke. Hacksaw Jim Duggan, right? Not now, obviously. Oh, he was like 20 years ago, wasn't he? But Jim, when he was on Raw, like 2006,
I just said he was below the mid card, to be honest.
But you know what I mean? It'd be like having him in the world title match, wasn't it? He was just a veteran. Yeah. Dave Finlay, he was in the final who gets the world title picture, didn't he? But still, do you know what I mean? She should just be a good hand. Hardcore Holly. She's the hardcore Holly of the women's division. She's better than that. She's probably not a complete piece of shit, but still.
I think she's well loved, isn't she, backstage and our friend. But this match went on for 12 and a half minutes, and it felt a long 12 and a half minutes. When you think that the earlier match only got 7 minutes, I would have happily seen these swap
out. The heat spot from Ronda, where she was doing the sharpshooter whilst doing the Shawn Michaels pose on Bret Hart's birthday. Fantastic, but also she was the face, so it didn't make any sense.
Oh, she's got to turn heel now.
She's got to turn heel. How did she not turn heel like 10 minutes later? Anyway, but
it didn't. Yeah. It doesn't make any sense as much. Didn't like it. Franklin star rating.
I don't even want to give it a rating, mate. Dud. Just saying dud.
Yeah, dud. There we go.
I think Dave will probably give it.
In fairness to Natalya, give her props. That is plus 5 stars on her last Franklin star rating. So
for me,
she's doing all right.
I think Natalya is just one of them people now that should just go, like you said, into some form of coaching.
Just have her in the mid card. Like they need more women like that. Really.
Just building, like you say, having matches against. No disrespect to her, but again, have a safe match with Shotzi. Or Shotzi, just build the confidence back up again because it's clearly been knocked. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Just have that sort of match. Oh yeah, like you say earlier. But after the match, we probably get what I was quite surprised about actually. I think.
Mm-hmm.
So Liv Morgan's music hits, which I'm a big fan of, by the way. The crazy sort of psychotic music, circusy. I'm trying to think of the word that begins with H. Hypnotic style music.
Doom, doom, doom.
And then the laugh and stuff. Yeah. So that hits, and she won the title in match 1. So what, about 2 hours before?
Yep.
And comes down, cashes in. Immediately.
Yeah, you missed the best moment of this. It's when Liv Morgan's music hits, and the camera pans to Ronda Rousey, and Ronda Rousey just looks and she's like, just says shit.
Well, I've just realized
genuinely she just goes like proper deadpans it and shit.
Oh, is this the swear? Is it right?
That was great. Yeah, such a natural reaction. That's what you'd be thinking, wouldn't you?
Yeah,
she sold it. I think Ronda Rousey sold this brilliantly.
I think as well.
And for people, for the haters out there of Ronda Rousey, and there's plenty of them, for people that say Ronda Rousey can't sell, I think she did a cracking job at the end of this match.
I think she's really good. She's really good in the ring. She's just not clicking. The character's not clicking.
No, the character's not.
And this is why she needs to be a heel.
One thing we did miss as well from the Ronda Natalya match was she sort of tweaked her knee, like I assume kayfabe, and
she sold it afterwards.
She sold it, but she sold it good. And to be fair, Liv comes down, doesn't she? Cashes in, immediately gets put in the ankle lock, it was an ankle lock, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I thought surely they're not that they're gonna make a tap out.
Yeah.
Already, because I was genuinely worried that was going to happen because it wouldn't have been the way. Like we've seen stranger things out from WWE. Do you know what I mean? I thought they were just going to blow that momentum straight away.
I think they've done it right though, because you don't want to.
Agreed.
You don't want Ronda to lose all credibility.
Agreed.
So you need to show her giving up some sort of fight.
Yeah. No. Agreed. I just like I say, I think they did it perfect in the end. I was just worried that they were going to make Liv tap out there and then.
Which I think is what they wanted from you, isn't it? Really?
Yeah. Right. So again, this bit, I'm going to put it as its own match because it was 35 seconds of it. Brilliant. Did what it needed to do. Liv comes down, cashes in. Ronda gets the offense. Makes you think Liv's going to lose. Liv. I can't remember how she wins now, but
roll up.
Gets the roll up. Yeah. Does she kick her in the knee? Does she do something with the?
No, I think she does. Yeah.
I thought
she did a little bit. Yeah.
So again, takes that selling, doesn't it, from the previous match, brings it in. Brilliant. 35 seconds, Liv Morgan is your new women's championship.
Well then, Terry, unlike your dessert plate at the buffet, I've got a bit of beef with this.
Go on then.
We've had, hang on, how many is it? A few women's Money in the Bank ladder matches. Only one person, the first one, Carmella, has held the briefcase for longer than 24 hours.
They brought that up, didn't they?
Yeah. It's just kind of annoying at this point. Like, it would be good to have a...
You want to see someone have a long run with it, don't you?
Yeah, you just give him 2 moments in one. He did it with Nikki Ash last year, didn't he? Obviously, Asuka the year before, she had to win the title. Yeah, it was Nikki ASH. She had that whole 2-week push.
I wonder if the Asuka one was meant to go on longer, and so obviously Becky's pregnancy news came out. I think
that was the whole idea.
I think the hand was probably forced on that one.
Oh yeah, it wasn't that one. So you can't count that one.
We can't whinge about that.
The one before with Bailey, it was cool. Or Alexa, it's Alexa, Bailey, Asuka, Nikki. Nikki kept it till the next night, so that was pretty long. And then, and then Liv. So that'd be my only beef with the whole thing. You've kind of took 2 moments. Like I feel like people would have been happy enough with Liv coming out as Miss Money in the Bank, and then you could have done your cash in a bit later down the line.
Yeah,
that's my only thing that I would criticize it for. But it was still a cool moment all the same.
Because 3 of the cash-ins have gone on the Money in the Bank pay-per-view.
Yeah,
Liv, Bailey, Alexa.
Yeah, and then the other 2 have happened the night after.
Nikki ASH was on Raw, and Carmella was on SmackDown in New Orleans.
Oh yeah, that was miles after. Carmella was the only one. She held it for nearly a year. She held it for a really long time.
Yeah,
but she's the only one. Yeah,
but I agree. Like you said, I would like to see. I would like to see.
Yeah, hopefully next year they do it. We're just going a bit longer. But it was a cool moment other than that. But it's just like it's just happened a lot in the women's division recently.
Yeah, I think my only other criticism is after Liv gets the pin, Ronda almost refuses to give her the belt, but then embraces her, shakes her hand, whispers something in her ear, and then leaves. For me, we all know Ronda's going to get a rematch. Yeah. So why not from that instant build Ronda as the heel?
I'm interested to see where this goes now, because apart from Ronda, unless Charlotte Flair comes back, the only other person I can think is Bailey when she comes back as a surprise. Because this is a conversation we often have. Who is actually in that women's division? And for me, like I say, I've got Ronda, Charlotte, or Bailey, and I hope it's Ronda then Bailey, and Charlotte's away for a while from the picture.
Yeah, for me, they just need to put it down to one title and then put in a mid-card title.
Agreed.
Yeah.
But interesting factoid. Here he goes again.
Go on
This was the first women's championship change that did not involve all the 4 horsewomen since 2017.
Jesus.
Yeah, because Charlotte Flair's been cashed it on 3 times, hasn't she?
Yeah. Yeah, it was Natalya, of all people, beat Naomi. That was the last time.
Right, produce. Well, like I say, I hope that Liv Morgan has a long title reign with this, to be honest.
I'd like to see that.
I'd be happy to see her through some Mania with it.
Yeah, she'll lose to Ronda at SummerSlam.
Do you reckon?
Yeah.
And then where do you go with Liv?
Yeah, she could win it back. I mean, they'll probably forget about it, but what I would do is have
Do you
her
reckon
win
they're
it
going
at
to hot
WrestleMania.
potato it?
Yeah, I just think they do this all the time, don't they? They did it with Nikki ASH last time. They think, oh, maybe we shouldn't have done that, and just take it off her and then
Yeah.
pretend it never happened. Like,
Yeah, but Liv's over, and I don't think Nikki ASH is over. Well, she was for like the 4
I
year
still
olds,
think,
but...
even if they want to kind of keep her in the mix, I still think she'll lose to Ronda. I just have this feeling it'll happen. She might win it back at some point.
We'll see.
Clash.
We'll see, but...
Clash.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, because they've got no
I
big
think-
British star now. They now that we've released Tegan Knox. It was their time, damn it.
Yeah, good point.
Yeah. And now we're going to have to get Mason Ryan in the main event for that big Welsh pop.
Stevie Ray. Quick underwears. You don't have to give one Aaron rating if you don't want to, because it's a 35-second match. It's up to you.
I'll go 3.5 for that.
There we go.
I think it was a good segment, but I would have just liked Ronda to set 10 heel at that point.
Yeah,
we know it's
if
coming.
she'd have just beat the fuck out of it right there and then.
I know it would have ruined the moment for Liv, but the heat would have been
But the heat would
ridiculous.
have been amazing.
She had the moment earlier, didn't she? She had the moment earlier in the
But the
night.
thing is, like you said, that the heat would have been nuclear. It would have been
100%.
incredible.
Yeah, and then she just lays the belt on top of her and walks out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come on, WWE Bookers, as you ranking team.
I mean, no, to be fair, the internet would have been fuming at that. Can you
It's
imagine?
done its job, though, isn't it?
Exactly, but
It's
still,
done its job. Yeah, well,
them boys would have been livid.
that's true. That's true. So yeah, we've got a new women's champion in Liv Morgan. Congratulations to Liv, who I think is quite, just on one final note, quite renownedly popular with in the backstage area. From what everyone seems to say, everyone seemed to be very happy for her, including Kevin Owens, I believe. He was tweeting out, not directly, but he was going like "fuck yes," is what was one of his tweets.
There we go. Yeah, because he's injured, isn't he? Bless him. But yeah.
And then on to the main event of the evening. So advertised for the match where Drew McIntyre, Madcap Moss, Omos, Riddle, Sami Zayn, Seth freaking Rollins, and Sheamus in a 7-man Money in the Bank ladder match. But just before we kick off, we get everybody's favourite, Adam Pearce, coming out to announce another competitor. And it's none other than your former US champion, Theory. And I think the writing was probably on the wall from that point, wasn't it?
Did not like this. I don't like this match. I thought it was a good match. No, I think it's a good match. I think I probably put that wrong. I like the match. Don't like the outcome. Didn't like this at the beginning.
Right, okay. Fair dues.
Right. So he's got the Money in the Bank, Austin Theory. Well, I know we haven't really got to that bit yet, but just to kind of
well, it's
finish
fine.
the point. He is not a viable competitor for Roman Reigns. He would get squashed in about 20 seconds in a ring with Reigns.
I don't think he's going to be against Reigns.
Well, this is why they need to split the titles up.
Mm-hmm. I think they will.
You think Brock's going to win one? SummerSlam?
Yeah.
I thought it was for both. SummerSlam.
Lou, come on, it's WWE. You know what they're like.
Well, he wins. It's the last man standing, so he gets a 5 count.
Yeah, and then he picks the title.
Wins one of them. Yeah. He says you can wait for a 10 and gamble, or you can take one of the titles now. That'd be great, actually.
I don't think he beats Roman. I think he beats somebody else. Maybe
Cody.
Brock.
He beats Cody. That's who he beats.
Cody was advertised for this match, wasn't he? And then Theory's took his place, hasn't he? In essence.
Yeah.
I mean, the original plan, according to WrestleVotes, was that Cody wins the Money in the Bank in a full NFL stadium.
Right, because what I was going to say was, I've just come up with another one. So I've got 2 theories here. 2 theories on
Hey.
theory. He
I'm seeing
He do-
double.
4
theories.
theories.
Right.
Good reference. He wins. He doesn't win against Roman. He beats somebody else, but he holds the title till early next year, just before Mania. Or which gives Roman time to lose a title, one of the titles, to Brock, and then somebody beats Brock. I don't know.
What I think's going to happen
Go on.
is he's going to have an unsuccessful cash-in because he's not ready. For me, he's not ready as a main eventer.
I don't think he is, but I think Vince is quite high on him, isn't he?
Feels a bit Baron Corbin-y.
Mm.
But at the same time, we've had a lot of people win it who haven't been ready.
And they've done well with it.
Some have. Jack Swagger's the one that springs to mind. Someone who maybe got it too soon.
Both.
And again, not everyone forgets CM Punk was a random mid-carder on ECW when he won his first one.
What about your favourite Dolph?
Well, he was one of the greatest cash-ins of all time. He was kind of annoying. Yeah, I don't know. It kind of thrusts him in. I can't see him beating Roman though. That's why I think Cody beats Roman at WrestleMania.
My other theory is it's Theory versus Cody for the Money in the Bank title, Money in the Bank contract. When Cody comes back,
No, Cody's going to win the Rumble.
He's just going to win the Rumble. Yeah.
Is that what you reckon?
Yeah. If they do it any other way, they're fucked up.
Number 30 win.
But I don't know where they go with this now. To be honest, I think, like I say, that they're my theories, but I don't know where they go with.
I think what they'll do a few times is I don't think they really know how it's going to end, but I think they'll do a few attempted cash-ins and loses, and then there's some technicality where Vince gives them it back.
The problem is they book themselves into a corner because giving Roman both titles has not helped.
Yeah.
And this is no disrespect to Reigns, with him going part-time, they now don't know what to do.
Oh yeah, WWE know this though. They know they've booked themselves into a corner, but it's how did they get themselves out of that corner?
And that's it. And I
don't think it's easily done now because they don't want to ruin. No. They don't want to ruin Roman's streak.
Yeah, I'm kind of worried they'll just give Brock the title. What I would do if they had any balls, this is what they should do. Drew McIntyre wins it at Clash of the Castle.
Mm-hmm. The pop.
Oh, the pop would be unreal.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah, I don't think they will.
No,
but
I don't.
Yeah,
we'll just go through a few.
But you could do it though. They could do the whole, Luger. We'll get to it soon in WCW. He won the title off Hogan, didn't he, on Nitro, and lost it 6 days later. You could do it. It wouldn't derail Roman too much.
No, I think as long as he's still got one, because then he could say, "I'm still undefeated."
It just doesn't look like the Rock thing's happening, though, does it? So they've got to record it right.
We'll go to the match itself then. I enjoyed Sami Zayn behind the ring post.
Yeah,
I think Sami Zayn's great. I wish he had more title runs.
It would have been fun with him, given that he's kind of like quasi bloodline.
He's part of the bloodline, yeah. I think.
But yeah, would it have been a bit like Otis winning that though? Do you know what I mean? Like, would it have been as?
I forgot about Otis.
At least, like with Austin Theory, you think he's gonna cash and be unsuccessful. Whereas Otis is like you could just never see him being world champion.
Yeah, you kind of knew that he wasn't going to win it, didn't you?
Yeah.
I think the thing is, if Sami Zayn had won it, he could have basically done just lie down for Roman and kept the streak going and said, "Look, I'm part of the bloodline now." Yeah, he could have made a deal with Roman that if he lays down, he becomes part of the bloodline. Something like that, something funny, and then he gets kicked out. Blah blah blah. But I thought him hiding behind the ring post was brilliant. Aaron's favorite, Omos getting buried under the ladders.
Fucking it, Omos.
There's that and the power bomb.
Yeah,
was it
I was
5 person?
Yeah.
Through the table.
Yeah. But 5 person. No, was it 6?
Was it 6? Was everyone else? Yeah,
it was everyone but Theory.
Because
for me, what they should have done. What they should have done here is, whilst they were power warning, add Theory go up the ladder.
Yeah, agreed. I was
they
thinking
kept calling
at the
him
time.
Sneaky Theory, didn't they? All over it.
That would have been. But I know this is one thing I like about WWE. AEW do not do this. Only one thing is going on at a time, so the camera knows where to look. You watch AEW, you're just all over the place because it's just like the I can't remember what he called it. That match they had the other
Oh,
week.
the Anarchy in the arena.
Anarchy Arena.
There's
Yeah.
too much going on. There was 6 different fights going on.
Yeah.
You didn't know what to watch. Where WWE do it very well. One thing's happening at a time, and if it's something big, everyone else is kind of down and out.
Mhm.
You know what I mean?
Agreed. What they could have done was, while that's going on, have Theory climb to the top, but he doesn't win there. He tries to take a selfie just before he's winning, before he thinks he's going to win, and then that stops him from winning because someone get back in time to stop him.
Yeah, that would
could
have
have
also worked.
That could have been the way to do that.
The way the camera angle was, they could have done that. Because behind him, you could have
see
seen
the
him.
ladder. Yeah,
Yeah.
agreed. Yeah, so that's almost done. Again, they made him out to be. How do I put this?
They still build him to be a monster out of it. He's not.
Yeah. Like that, no one could really lift him, and they all needed to do it and stuff.
Yeah,
You know what I
take
mean?
him
It was-
out.
Yeah,
Yeah, at least they give him a good spot to take him out if they build him as monster. But the issue with him is that normally in these matches you have someone big in there, who's good though, like Mark Henry or Big Show or Ken, and they're there to kind of be tall and be big, but they're there to kind of catch people and be like ring generals and that. But it's when almost is your tall guy, he couldn't really do any of that, could he? Like, I'm sure there was one point where he got dragged off a ladder and he only fell about 2 or 3 feet. And he was like selling it like you were just like pumped off the top. It was just
that's the other problem, isn't it?
oh, bless him. He's not very good. I think he needs to give up now. There's enough. I just don't understand why you'd release Braun Strowman who could at least wrestle.
Yeah.
And just
agreed.
bring this guy instead. Yeah.
He was genuinely a monster.
Yeah.
Riddle's moonsault from the top of the ladder.
Yeah, he was very
brilliant.
good in this match.
He was amazing in this
He would have
match.
been a good winner. And he was from Vegas. I didn't realize he was from Vegas.
Which
His
reminds me,
hometown, wasn't it?
we missed a brilliant spot in the first match as well. Liv Sunset powerbomb over the ladder.
Yes. Oh, that was brilliant.
That was brilliant.
Yeah.
I don't know why that just reminded me of that, but it did. But yeah, I thought Riddle was really good in this match as well.
Yeah, he's definitely going to be in the main event in the next year.
Yeah, agreed.
Him and Randy for the title.
I'd like that.
Yeah.
Drew climbing up the ladder with Butch on his back. Do you know what?
Butch. Yeah.
Do you know what? Fair play to Drew, because that's not going to be easy, is it? With another match.
I thought the way they used Drew and Sheamus was quite good in that. Obviously, they were the most experienced guys in there. So they were kind of always there, weren't they, or thereabouts?
Yeah.
Scrapping with each other. And then the only thing I'm a bit worried about with them two is, are they just going to bottle it on giving Drew the title and just going to do Drew versus Sheamus in Britain?
Yeah.
I just feel like it's going to happen.
In like a UK rules match or something.
Yeah, and just build up the story of like, oh my God, these two, brawled all of it.
Former best friends in Europe.
Yeah, grew up on the British scene and now the biggest wrestling show ever in Britain and they're fighting each other.
That could easily be.
I know we have Roman versus
like
Tyson Fury,
a sub-main event or something.
Or Logan Paul. We didn't mention Logan Paul signing. We missed out on the entire news show. Anyway, Logan Paul's in WWE now.
Yeah,
that was probably the biggest news of the week.
It's fun. Well, just put in the blurb. We missed a lot.
Yeah.
And as well, the RKO from the top of the ladder.
Yeah, it was good. That it was not as good as what the commentators were making out.
No, it wasn't the best RKO ever. Because obviously that was the one on Evan Bourne.
But they're going to, aren't they?
Yeah.
But I think for an effort off the top of a ladder, solid.
Oh yeah,
solid effort. And that's all I've got, apart from when we get to the closing line, which I will get to when we get there. Notable admissions from this match. AJ?
Yeah, but I don't really want to see AJ in there anyway, to be honest. Because obviously my
rule
is...
But yeah. I know what your rule is, but I mean, I don't think he wins it. But
he lost the qualifier, didn't he?
I don't know who he lost it against, but I think he could have done some good stuff in there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I know he's a spooky heel these days, Finn. I think we're quite nice in there.
I'm still waiting for Finn's actual run.
Yeah, because he was massively screwed over, wasn't he?
Well, hopefully with this whole Edge thing, it's going to happen.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah.
They were the two that sprung to mind when I said notable admissions. Have you two got any?
Yeah, Finn's spooky friend. Damien Priest
Yeah,
would have
good
been
shout.
good.
Yeah.
I thought Gunter would have been good in there. But yeah, I just thought and it brings on to why I don't mind the winner as much as other people on the internet. There wasn't
someone
really that
different.
many inspired choices in there.
Well,
You know, like I know Omos has never been champion, but I don't really want to see him as champion. So I have no interest in seeing him as Money in the Bank. There was Riddle.
You've got 4 former champs in there.
Sami Zayn, but he didn't really work at the moment. I don't think Sami Zayn. And everyone else has won the championship before.
Sheamus is
like Sheamus would have been really boring as Money in the Bank.
Sheamus has been and gone. His time's gone now. He's lower mid card at best.
Like, why wouldn't you just? I know, like, he was one of the ring veterans in there, but surely it'd be more interesting to see what Ridge Holland or Butch would have done. And the Money in the Bank.
Get Gunther in there.
Yeah, he would have been class in there. He could have been the big guy that almost was meant to be.
Yeah.
You take him out in that table spot. It doesn't damage him at all, does it? Yeah.
But for me, I would have liked to see Riddle or Sami Zayn win this personally.
Riddle was mine.
Lou?
Yeah, no, I wanted Riddle to win, but I don't mind Theory winning.
No, I don't mind Theory.
Just based on the only way they did it was a bit annoying because it was obvious he was going to win it.
Yeah, of course.
But then again, I was like, would it have been more annoying if he'd have come out, like 5 minutes before the end, like Lesnar?
Yeah, I think that's one of my least.
Yeah, well, I think maybe what he should have done is like he has like a backstage skit with Vince or Adam Pearce where he's complaining
that he's lost that title. And
and he put him in that way because the way they built it up, it was like he felt like a lot of people felt like it was going to be like Cody or Cena or someone, coming back into that.
Because
it was just such a letdown the way that they introduced him.
What they could have done was him demanding a title shot on Raw the next night against Lashley, or on Monday, sorry. And then he'll say, I'll do you one better if you think you can win that title. Go win Money in the Bank and then we'll talk type thing.
Yeah, they could have just done anything like that, really. But it's just the way they announced it was such a big announcement.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm not as down as other people were. Like, I don't think there's any issue with it.
I think it's quite nice.
Bullshit finish, yeah.
I think it's quite nice for somebody else to win it.
Hopefully it's not a Sandow.
And I just don't know where they're going to go with it, if I'm honest. I think that's my concern.
Yeah.
He's not a viable competitor for Reigns. He's not.
Yeah. Whereas like Riddle had the whole storyline built up already, and he can't challenge for the title anymore. But now he can, sort of thing.
Same with Riddle, you could have had an unsuccessful cash-in against Reigns.
Yeah.
Orton comes back. And that'd set up then Orton v Reigns. And then you can have Orton and Riddle turn on each other, which would then lead on to that.
Yeah.
For me, that's a natural progression of a storyline.
Yeah.
Whereas I just don't know what they're going to do with Theory. I'm not convinced at this moment in time.
The crowd shit on it as well.
Oh, the crowd shit all over it.
Yeah, but I guess he's a heel. That's what they're meant to do, right?
Yeah, true.
That's why it's so hard to kind of discern when people are like, oh, we're so annoyed at Theory. Well, you're sort of meant to be.
Yeah.
He is a heel.
Someone's always got to lose, haven't they? That's the problem.
Yeah. It's just, it feels a bit weird that like people are like, oh, you'd never give the fans what they want. It's like, well, sometimes the heel wins, and like, I think the face should always win at like WrestleMania and that. That makes sense. That's kind of what it's there for, right?
Yeah.
But Money in the Bank and that, and the Royal Rumble, surely some heels have got to win every now and again.
Yeah.
It's like, right, I always go back to Marvel stuff. But imagine like the end of Infinity War. Everyone's like, I can't believe they fucking put Thanos over. They buried everyone. I'm out. Like, I'm not watching Endgame.
Yeah.
You've got to have these kind of setbacks for your faces, right?
Another thing for Theory, they're gonna have to either if they're planning on him v Reigns, one of them's gonna have to turn.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think it will. I think he'll hold on for it for a really long time.
Like what? Like WrestleMania?
I could see like a post Raw WrestleMania cash in. I could see him even waiting all the way up till the next year's Money in the Bank. But yeah, I don't think Reigns is losing it until watch him lose to Lesnar now. I don't think he's losing it to WrestleMania. I think he'll lose it to Cody.
Yeah, Cody, 100%.
Yeah,
I would like to see him drop a title because I think not having a top title.
It's weird. It's weird. He's defending them together. It doesn't make any sense. Same with the tag titles in some way.
And he turns up once every 3 months. It's not good enough. We've gone to the last 2 pay-per-views with no Reigns.
Yeah, well, he's not actually defending it on pay-per-view at all, actually, has he? He's only defended it once, and it was on SmackDown last week.
Yeah.
And then, so that match goes 25 and a half minutes? 25 minutes, 25. What is the Franklin star rating?
3.75.
Yeah, Solid.
Slightly better than the women's. Not a great deal happened. There was a couple of good spots in here. Not as many botches as the women's, but it's an alright match.
And just finally, as the show goes off the air, I think Pat McAfee said, no. Let me start again. I think Pat McAfee said Theory's going to cash in at SummerSlam.
He did say that, yeah.
That's what he said. Right, okay.
I don't know why he said. I don't know why
tickets.
he said it. Yeah.
Sell tickets.
I think that's because that's what Seth Rollins had been teasing the entire time, hasn't he?
I just thought it was.
He was like, "It's a last man standing match. I'm going to cash in on the." Basically, he's going to cash in the winner of Brocken. So maybe that's where it came from. But I don't know if that was Pat just doing his Pat things there.
Yeah,
like, he said some.
I just thought it was a weird line to end on, personally.
I think it was in the middle of the tag match. It was an amazing match, and then Pat just went, "Chris Angel is sat 3 rows behind me," and like all like. Just had to pull him back and check. Like, yeah, you took a selfie from rally, but then what about this fantastic match? Like, I think he was setting him up for a match of like, but there's more magic in the ring or something. But Cole never let him say it. Like, he was just going off on one. It was really apparent when he was commentating with Graves that Graves had obviously had very scripted lines, and Pat McAfee was just doing what the fuck he wanted to say, and Graves had no comebacks to a lot of them because he just wasn't prepared. No, but yeah, so it might have just been Pat being Pat, but obviously his in Vince's good books because he went to the UFC, didn't he?
He did. So, has anyone seen what happened after Money in the Bank?
I've not seen it, but
I've heard it.
Happens.
Yeah.
Oh, right. So Baron Corbin runs through the crowd and jumps over the barrier and beats shit out of Pat McAfee, basically.
Yeah.
So Pat McAfee turns up to UFC in a neck brace, which I think is absolute kudos to the guy.
Talk about living the gimmick. Like he's fantastic. Like, I can't think of anyone genuinely who has improved WWE TV more by coming onto it than Pat McAfee. Honestly, I think that's why SmackDown's so good now.
Yeah, he's entertaining.
Just because he's just so entertaining. Even like, you know, the fashion model thing on Friday, which was class, by the way. But it was made class because of Pat McAfee's ridiculous reaction to it all. I just think the guy's fantastic. I think he's the best thing to happen to WWE in the last 2 or 3 years, like by far.
Yeah, agreed. So overall, star rating for the show?
3.75.
Would you watch it again?
Yes, but
Lou?
not right away, obviously.
No.
In a couple of years, I'll probably.
Yeah.
Lou?
Yeah, I'd give it an 8 out of 10 in my system.
I'd give it a solid 8 as well. 7.5, 8.
I thought it was good. Like, I know there was a lot of negative reaction, but I think that was just because it was a heel who won the bank.
3 hours, 10 minutes as well. That's what we want.
Yeah, and it flew by as well. I enjoyed the Saturday pay-per-views as well.
Yeah.
Didn't stay up to watch it, but I woke up Sunday morning, got it watched by lunchtime. It was great.
Always better, isn't it? I watched the first hour live, then just caught up after that. But yeah, I'd watch it again as well. I thought it was a solid pay-per-view. And that's it. Money in the Bank is done and dusted for 2022, and we are now on the road to SummerSlam. But before we get there, what are we doing next week? We got anything planned, or I'm putting you on the spot? He's on the spot.
Great American Bash 97.
There we go. Great American Bash 97.
Why not?
Is that the next one?
That's the next one. Yeah.
So next week, join us for where we go back 25 years in time to Great America. 25 years.
Yeah. Ross and watched it, so we'll do it like 4 weeks' time, and that's the plan.
Yeah. Next week we are booked in for it, but come back next week and see what we actually do.
We'll do Ross's half-baked quiz.
1997. Thank you very much for joining me, gentlemen. Aaron, where can we find you?
On the Rest Around Twitch channel. That's about it.
Twitch.tv/.
Rest
Around.
Rest Around. What days? Are we ad hocing it at the moment?
Ad hocing. I need to find a day that suits.
Just come down and join. It's all fun, isn't it?
Just follow and you get a notification.
Exactly.
Sometimes.
Sometimes. Yeah. Lou?
Yeah, onlyfans.com/knob in the bank. And then Twitch.tv/rest around, and then obviously the old tweets and that. But yeah, sometimes even the rest around Twitter. I even start using that again. I keep saying I'll give you guys the passwords. I'll do that at some point.
I think my Twitter might be connected, to be honest. I'll have to have a look.
Yeah, we should probably tweet again. Do you know what we should do? We should be on those wrestling pages on Facebook that tweets you some absolute bullshit opinions, but it's in about 4 paragraphs. And everyone just goes mad for him, don't they?
Yeah.
Pro Wrestling World is one that keeps popping up in my suggested. Couple of others, just some absolutely outrageously horseshit opinions. Everyone just goes mad for it. Gets your clicks up. People love the podcast for it, so I think we should do that. That's what I'm going to start doing for next week. Bullshit opinions on facebook.com/wrestaround.
And if you want to get involved with those, give us a follow on Facebook.
Yeah.
But thank you very much for joining. Oh, you can find me at Bell Nation everywhere as well. But thank you very much for joining me, gentlemen.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for listening. Listeners, we hope you've enjoyed Money in the Bank 2022 as much as what we have, and we will see you next week for Great American Bash 1997.